What's going on, everyone? This is Jordan with Conquering the Markets, and we are getting ready today for our live stream here during the New York session, February the 18th. We took yesterday off here in the room because of President's Day in the U.S. This morning, we are seeing a spike here, a spike move on the DXY, mostly seeing this on the euro, dollar strong against everywhere. Now, these type of spikes, especially during the pre-market, could sometimes actually be the closure of a move. That's what I'm watching for this morning. I am counter trend minded this morning. Good morning, everyone. Heath, Arilan, Nick, Mula. What's going on? Yeah, we've seen some big moves overnight, starting with the weakness overnight. Once we saw Apple said that they're bringing down their earning estimates. You saw that right away on the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. You saw a big sell-off on all risk. But look what I see right here. I see this coming into this trend line. This trend line is currently holding. We get back above the support, which is very close to market here. I think that we could see, again, I'm looking for a reversal of the current sentiment. The DXY spiking pre-market New York. Let's take a look around. Let's get a feel for what's going on and see what is available. This morning, though, before we get started, I'm looking here at the Australian dollar, Swiss franc. You see it came off this support and now trading up. All right, I took a small position there this morning earlier. And I'm also currently holding gold on this breakout. I got in yesterday during the New York session over here where this yellow line is, as we made a higher high on the 4-hour with a tight stop. And now we've actually broken out of the range over here. So I'm happily holding that. Mima, Sherfu, Harshal, Emmanuel, Blair. What's going on? Gold is glowing right now. Let's take a look all around. I want to start fresh from the beginning and see what is going on. Again, DXY is spiking here. Let's take a step back. Let's look on the daily. And we're coming up and we're challenging the highs over here. The highs for how long? Let's take a look at the weekly. Let's get some perspective here. All right. So we could see 99.90 is the area we've been looking for a while now. 99.95. I'm sorry, 99.5 was the one that we said we were going to be looking for. Are we going to get up that high today or anytime soon? We'll see. We're very close right now. I think we're getting to the levels though where you're going to see perhaps Trump chiming in as the dollar then threatens the indices. I don't know how much he can do about it, but we might see a few tweets coming our way. Again, we saw a huge spike over the last hour. Look at that big spike up. And if this reverses this morning during New York, I then say a near-term top is put in. All right, that's my call. If this reverses this morning during New York, a near-term top has been put in. Jackie, good morning. Good afternoon. All right. That being said, US dollar, Japanese yen, holding this support still. That dollar is so strong, but we did see yen strength overnight, and these two are currently in a standstill. Whichever way we wind up breaking here, I think after this consolidation, as long as it goes, is going to be a big move. If it's to the upside, I want to be involved. If it's to the upside, I want to be involved. I'm not going to take it to the downside. Euro getting wrecked versus the dollar here. We're so right now into the gap. If we go all the way back, I don't think we need to, but let me do it with you. We're into the gap. coming down into some support. We had bad Germany sentiment overnight. And then we had some lower impact positive news out of the US, and also not so good out of the dollar. I think, again, Friday is the big one. Are people going to take profits before Friday? I think so. I think so. I think people are close to wanting to take profits as we come down into this area over here of support. And I'm now ready for, after this last move down, for a spike up. Pound New Zealand dollar, pound strongest, New Zealand dollar weakest overnight going into this session, now challenging the highs over here. I'm checking with you guys. All right. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, step back over here. Again, I'm looking for this long-term bottom. I said if we came up here and we're able to break out above this resistance, we see we did over here, and then it was rejected right away because of the statement by the New Zealand Central Bank. If we get back up here again and break this resistance, I then want to position myself long. Still waiting on that. Euro, Canadian dollar. Ooh, Canadian dollar looking good against the euro, coming out making new session lows right now. Also, the dollar is making, as we speak, new session lows versus the euro as well. Euro very, very weak. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. I'm looking to lean into the support over here and try to pick up a nice trade right now. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar looking strong this morning. The New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar both very weak. New Zealand dollar the weakest. But I don't see the opportunity there. Euro, Swiss franc. I noticed that why the euro is so weak today. It's not making new lows here versus the Swiss franc. You could see that the lowest put in on the 13th. If we regain this level over here at 1.0629, at that point I might look to actually take a counter trend trade and long over here on the euro Swiss franc, because I'm seeing as the euro is very weak versus everything, it's not doing that versus the Swiss franc. Also seeing beautiful entry over here off the US dollar Swiss franc, and it's taking a step back. We've been looking for a bottom there. I wonder if that's in place. Dollar's been so strong though. You know, the question is does it keep going, or is it going to get rejected soon and come off? I would like to hear some input about what you guys, how you guys feel about the US dollar. If we're looking to continue this and this breakout is just going to continue and develop and go further, or if you think we've reached some levels where we might get rejected now and retrace. Euro, Australian dollar. Australian dollar has also been weak, definitely stronger than the euro, but coming down into this, it's tough. It's sideways. It's very sideways over in this pocket of area. I'm not even interested over here. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen coming down right now into some support against the yen. The yen has been pretty strong overnight. Again, we're starting to see companies now warn about the disruption in supply chains because of the development in China. I'm seeing the coronavirus kind of level out. You know, we've seen these huge spike of cases in Japan. They've canceled the Tokyo Marathon, but I think that's mainly because of the cruise ship. I think the majority of those cases are on the cruise ship when you're in this confined area sharing a ventilation system. We've seen in Hong Kong the virus transmitted through pipes. I would imagine the cruise ship is just a horrible situation to be in. We do have we do have family of my brother-in-law who's actually on that ship. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Again, New Zealand dollar is the weakest. I thought I had a better read on the markets this morning. I don't. So I'm going to come in here with a pretty open attitude about which way we're going next. When I say I thought I had a better read, I thought we were coming into area that we might see some reversals, but I would not be looking to bottom pick here at all. New Zealand dollar obviously is very weak. I'm going to keep looking. Yeah, we're going to get definitely through them all right now. We got the Australian dollar coming up right next. The pound was showing, well, the pound is strongest today. It's leading here versus the Japanese yen. And to be honest, this is a really important resistance level that I'm looking at. Let's see if we do get that turn in the yen this morning. Let's see what happens if we get a peak over here. This is something that I'm tracking. Australian dollar, Japanese yen.